enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tail of the tape. Up first is the Barbarian. Up against them, the Boss. They'll meet as light heavyweights.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed.
Here we have... These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got a... We're expecting an all-out offensive display. He misses with that straight left. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! Moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. I like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. The hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Just go back out there and get behind the basics. Get your jab back.
Great work. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep him on the end of his jab. Now don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one shot at a time. Set him up. But you'll take him everything in the bag, and now you let back into it. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking the jab.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. And then get back out.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
Win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
I'm happy. Now, I don't want you to load up.
Go back out there and win this round, all right? Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
Good counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. And he misses with that jab. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside and just banging and banging and banging.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. They exchange punches. Just missed with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
That jab slick. Does what?
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Pull him back in the fight. Great round. Just keep them on the other end of that jab.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe, breathe. Come on, you're letting back into the fight.
That one shot or anything. You set him up and you'll take him out.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting.
Just make sure you follow through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Right, let's get out there.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing a power shot.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter lands. Lucky that hook didn't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Beautiful counter punch. Way through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get back out there and win the round.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab slick. Just keep him up.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job.
I'll just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good.
Is that what you're doing? Come on, you're switching up. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. Let him get back into this. You're better than this, King. Go back out there and win.
Getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through cap.
He's gone already. Just make sure you follow.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Unlucky to miss with that jab. A perfect counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that.
Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Come on. Do you want to win this fight? Get out there and switch up. Get.
Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about your defense.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself back. Come on. Breathe, breathe. Come on. Let him back into the fight.
In the middle, you can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. You've been coasting.
Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Be smart.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job.
Set him up and you take him out. Look, he's ready to
Time
go.
winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Can't
Coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it. You were thinking.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice counter shot. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Can't score with that jab. And that hook misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
That's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight and now you've let him back into it. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him get back into this.
We can't figure you out. Good work. Just keep him on the end of that jab and you
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work. Keep going.
Listen, you've switched off. What you're doing, I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Don't give him no free shots. Spot.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Come on, let him back into the...
Get the jab and don't get carried away. Think about your defense and the end of all of that.
Let's start the 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's it.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Boxing back together. You got complacent? Fight's not over yet.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Let's just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Now, I don't want you to low.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through cap. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of...
Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you do.
Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round. Just a sec.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. You've been coasting this...
Just keep them on the other end of that jab. And you get
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
You can't figure out. Good work. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that wobble.
Here comes round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? It's staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well done with that counter shot. There's a counter shot. And he misses with the left uppercut. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Just missed with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Every time they drop they're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to...
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you... And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. When you've got someone with that hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And counter punching. Can't land that jab. He misses with that straight left. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. He can't score with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
You could not have chosen a better venue for this one. It's the Grand Theater. My name is Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is the Bulldozer. Up against them, Fists of Fire. This fight in the heavy-hitting division.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
First up, the Bulldozer from the United States of America. And they'll be facing Fists of Fire from the United States of America.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And with that, let's go into the ring. And the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the light.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where these athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with the jab. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Jab misses. Nice counter shot. That right hook won't score. A perfect counter lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great round. Now relax, relax. You were thinking, you were smart.
Work all the way through camp. Get this boxing back together.
Jab, and don't get carried away. Think about your defense on the end of all of that.
Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy. You're way better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back.
So he can't figure you out. Good work. Keep going. Good man.
I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back at that.
3 shots. You smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up.
Don't give me anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one.
Get carried away. Think about your defense on the end of all of that.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's
jab, and you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there.
There's the bell to start round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement. Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And that's a knockout win. Fists of Fire is done. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Are you all right? It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is, God, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, the Meteor. Up against them, Ice Cold. They'll meet in the light heavyweight division.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Up first is the Meteor from the United States of America.
This bout is
So much hype, so high hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. There's a counter shot. That jab misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Uppercut does not score. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That right hook won't score. Good counter punch. Miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he can... On to the second round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. Perfect counter lands. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. Did you see that? The defense failed them. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that jab. That jab won't score. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They exchange punches. the time that on to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He blocks that right hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Defense is not an option for these two. Like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Left hook just missed. That right jab just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be abs.
Take him out. He's ready to go.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. Good counter punching. Missing with that right hook. Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Nope, that jab not going to score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay. And Ice Cold has been knocked down. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
What a huge momentum swing that's.
I like that.
On to the 5th we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
done with that counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A perfect counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? That counter punch caught him clean. Just missing with the uppercut. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. A round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Back into the fight.
On to the sixth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round. And the meteor crashes down to the canvas. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Beautiful counter punch. Incredible work rate. Nobody home with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Catch and shoot. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next.
It was a terrible round that was. Come on.
Here we go, it's round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff him.
The jab doesn't quite connect. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter punch. power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you just gotta think them. You've just gotta be smarter than them. You've gotta be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is off the charts. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Do what you're doing, the gaps will appear. Just keep him on the end of that jab and you'll...
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? I need you to switch back.
Body shots in there, varied up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work.
Get there and win the round. Don't worry about that round.
And already, that right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work.
And we enter the 8th round. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter shot. Straight right just misses. He missed with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.